Jerry, in a week of highs and lows, how proud are you to get this result today?
Really proud. All about the players as well, I've got to say. That's a tough week. So it goes Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. And people spoke about the Yeovil game and it being changed. It was a really tricky one for us in regards of trying to prepare properly. So it's not just the physical stuff, it's the detail you're trying to get into the players. We all know that Wednesday was a real statement, I thought. I know we didn't, and we got to go careful, we don't want to get in habits of enjoying losing. Not enjoying, being happy, but the performance level was a benchmark for us. The lads took a lot of confidence, we did as a staff, a lot of the supporters. I've had lots and lots of people messaging, people that I trust and people that watch the game as a football spectator, saying how good we were. And we were unfortunate, we didn't deserve to lose that game at all. Today was another statement. I mean, listen, I got the utmost respect for Luke and his team. Been around a long time, just missed out on the playoffs last year by 30 seconds and by going up. And for them to come here, they asked a lot of questions first half with the wind in our face, but the back four were absolutely immense, I've got to say that. I often talk about everyone in the team. There were some really good performances, but the back four had to stand up, and they stood up really well, and were really positive and aggressive with that back line as well.
Bit of a change of shape from the start today. Yeah. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, they've got Payne, who's good, and I know they've got a way of playing. Luke, you know, they'll ask questions diagonally, they'll go into the front, but also when it drops, they're very good at moving it, and he is at the heart of that. So, you know, I had it in my mind that I wanted to go with one striker. I wanted to go 3v3 at the top at times, especially second half when we had the wind with us. We tried to stop them coming out and hitting long balls into their fronts. Their front players are so physically strong, they want to latch on, so our boys had to be clever and sort of be cute, pop out around them or not get involved. And by being high up the pitch, it didn't really cause any problems in the box. I think probably Will's had a couple of saves, which you're going to have to make against a side like Boreham would. But also their goalkeepers had to pull off a lot of saves second half. We've hit it, and he's done it well with it. He's, you know, it's gone at his feet, and he's blocked. And Luke's had the volley, hadn't he, from distance, which looked like it was going in. It's a good save. And we were asking questions, and it felt as if we were actually going to go on and win the game. Really pleased for Dan Hayfield. He makes a lot of those third man runs. There was good play, good diagonal, great run, good finish, and what we deserved.
Spoke about the quality in the group. We've spoken about it quite a lot, despite it being a small group. Jim said that these two games have been difficult because you've not had the chance to really train properly before them. Yeah. How much confidence does it give you as a manager in your group that they're able to step up against these full-time sides and show that level of performance tonight? Brilliant.
Because it's all about being sponges and taking in information. They're away. We haven't seen them, as I said. I haven't seen them since Wednesday. But what I do is we put on the analysis session, and they'll see all the stuff that Boreham would bring today. They all look at it. They all understand it. I walk into a dressing room before the game. They're talking about the goal against Yeovil, what we could have done better. Why should we have had two in the wall? Was there not someone in the space? All that stuff, conversations when you hear, when you walk in before a game at 1:15, means you've got a group that's paying attention, a group that want to take football seriously. Listen, they're a great group to work with. The staff and players united are a great group. It's probably the best we've had. Honestly, they're not afraid to ask us questions. We're not afraid to ask back. And I know they know that I moan and grumble a little bit at times, but we're doing it for the right reasons. And they listen, they take it on board. The understanding between us all is great. And I think that's key, really. Being together for such a long time, we know all our little bits, all our tricks and traits, and what motivates each other, and that's important, I think. So it's all about them tonight. They fully deserve it. They've got their Christmas due. I'm not telling you where it is, but they got their Christmas due. They thoroughly deserve to go away and have some fun together. And we'll see them on Tuesday when we'll run them.
Jordan Dyer, the sponsors man of the match tonight, is coming back in. Really, he's been playing at right back for a few games, moves back central today. How well do you think he performed?
Well, that typifies the group. We've got 16 players, Matt. I keep talking about it, but they keep going to the well, and I've asked Jordan to go out there and play as a right back, and he won't question it. He'll just go and do a job for you. He's wonderful. He's probably one of our best 1v1 defenders. Aerially fantastic, gets some real distance on it, strong in his 1v1s on the outside, understands the game, really mature. I keep telling him he's 45. He's not the age he puts on his the sun to show down for him, but he's a great lad to work with. I've enjoyed it. He's had a season where he's had to realise what it's about being part-time. I think he'll admit himself the transition coming from full-time football, working, trying to balance training in the evening, even eating patterns, sleeping patterns. It's not easy. People think that's just a given. It's so tricky, but he epitomised what the group are about, and I'm really pleased he got man of the match, because often it goes to like a goal scorer or a creative midfielder, but he thoroughly deserves that. Along with the back four, I've got to say they were brilliant, really, really good. And they're the reason why we're doing so well. If you haven't got a base, if you haven't got a structure to work off, and you can see that, it's clear to see in our team, you won't be able to go and get results. And to keep a clean sheet against Boreham Wood is nothing short of fantastic.
A free week coming up ahead of the trip to Dover. It gives you an opportunity to get the players training again, but does it give you a chance to take stock on what have been 3 very different games in a lot of ways? A defeat, which you said was the worst performance of the season, and then a really good performance against Yeovil, but a defeat, and then today beating a side from the league above. It must give you a chance to sort of really take all that in and work out what goes next. Yeah,
and there's consistency there, Matt. I know what you're saying about the 2 results. The Chelmsford one was night and day, it really was, and we spoke about it a lot. But I didn't really need to speak about it, so that's when you know you've got a good group. I didn't even need to challenge them. I knew that dressing room afterwards was asking questions of each other, and that's when you know you've got a good group. So it was about coming in and then just going to the next one, and to come back with that performance against Yeovil was brilliant, honestly, and they deserve it. Like I said, they deserve it. They've worked ever so hard, a small group that keep challenging each other, keep working hard in training. We're not going to be on the training ground a lot. We'll get them in, obviously we will get them in on Tuesday, and we'll do, gone on the days, I joked about it, but gone on the days where you just have to go and beast them. You have to go careful because they're going to have their night out. We'll build them up again in the week, come in Thursday and then do the detail on Dover, because when you go to Dover, that's your bread and butter. That's getting on a coach early, it's preparing properly, doing all the same things that we've done for these last 2 games, and going there to get a positive result, because we have to get some points back on the board now. It's important then we look at the league and go, right, okay, put the trophy to bed for a minute, and then back in the league, let's keep and consolidate, which is a very strong position still, and understand how good you are. I've just gone round the ball afterwards there when the music's on. Understand how good you are. You're a good group, you can do things, honestly, and we'll keep beating the drum, and I know they will. So, fair play to them all tonight.
Well done for today, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers, Matthew, thank you.